that excited you about our studies?
Uh, no, nothing that stands out that I could think of. Oh, list. No, no, just I was watching somebody I already seen. Naeem Akbar. No, just watching some stuff I already been watching, man. Reviewing and stuff. Nothing new, but studying what I've already been studying. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. No doubt.
yeah,
Smoke you some good draw lately?
man. That's pretty good. Yeah, we've been having a good time around here, but it stay good around here, man.
He stay good around here.
Yeah, these dispensaries, you
Right,
don't get no better. It don't get no better than that.
right. Right.
24 hours too. Some 24 hours, man.
Yeah, that's
They
what's
don't
up.
they don't close. God damn, man.
Motherfucker gonna run show sometime during the morning hours.
Man, man. Yeah, but it's all been good, man. Just kind of taking care of professional business.
On January 12, 1960, George Jackson was sentenced to 1 year.
So that's the video. You gonna play a song first?
Hold on, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Hold on.
You probably didn't get to listen to any of them, did you?
Hold on 1 second, man. My bad.
Gary liked that slavery song, but I think all of them gonna send a message. Either one of the three. I gotta change my name. Shit.
I'm still representing the Angola 3, resurrected field marshal of the BBP. I refuse
I shade all the ancestors.
James Doc, Holiday, and WL Nolan, Howard Jones, all the Georgia's cadre, Steve Hasimu Brownie, and Chili Red from the Yay with James McClain, and Luis Delamontes, Lawrence Black, Justice Uwasi, and Willie J. See, shoot y'all lace me, Katari raised me, Paul Red and Poncho from Quentin made me, following the steps of Bill Christmas and Pennywell, from Soledad to Attica, we can't be jailed, or made to keep silent, shackles on our brains, I command like the Mad Monk, Freddie Payne, a true soldier like Lumumba, and free the drum go, see me with Mamiya, a brother Yogi Hukito, Sunni Adijimo and Comrades on the street, represent BG family, Black Steel. 1966, Black Steel. Young cats caught in the twist, Black Steel. Definition ride or die, Black Steel. Yeah, boy, we doing it live, Black Steel. 1966, Black Steel. Young cats caught in the twist, Black Steel. Definition ride or die, Black Steel. Yeah, boy, we doing it live. Soledad, San Quentin, Folsom to Attica, all around the world, more prisons than schools, y'all. What? Righteous.
Hey Jamie, play that slavery one too from KRS-One. Think he'll go right into it too.
Resurrected field marshal of the BBB. I refuse to lose or be held in the cell. I ride with James Doc, Holiday, and WL. No link, Howard Jones and all the Georgia's cadre. Steve Season Brown and Chili Red on the yet with James McClain.
Slavery, slavery, erase what they taught. Never can your history begin when they telling you Jamestown, Virginia, this is what they telling you. 1619 white people are selling you. The only thing you did was increase their revenues. These are all lies. You gotta remember you. Get yourself a pen and pad. Write down what I'm telling you. First, you're not a sinner. Really, you're a winner. But a racist only sees you serving them dinner. So they try to make your huge history thinner. Starting your history in Jamestown, Virginia. 1619, they calling you nigga. Them Dutch masters, that's why I don't smoke their cigars. But the devil's a fibber. In 1619, there was no slavery in Jamestown.
One second, man.
Yeah, it's all right.
Slavery, slavery, that is not our culture. Slavery, slavery, erase what they taught ya. Never can your history begin when they telling you Jamestown, Virginia, this is what they telling you. 1619 white people are selling you. The only thing you did was increase their revenues. These are all lies. You gotta remember you. Get yourself a pen and pad. Write down what I'm telling you. First, you're not a sinner. Really, you're a winner. But a racist only sees you serving them dinner. So they try to make your huge history thinner. Starting your history in Jamestown, Virginia. 1619 and calling you nigger. Them Dutch masters, that's why I don't smoke their cigars. But the devil's a fibber. In 1619, there was no slavery in Jamestown, Virginia. For one, Virginia wouldn't give statutory recognition of slavery to 1661. So slavery, slavery, that is not our culture. Slavery, slavery, erase what they taught ya. Slavery, slavery, that is not our culture. Slavery, slavery, erase what they taught ya. Word, tell me this, how can the first Africans be slaves in Virginia when slavery didn't exist? The long answer, you can say. The short answer is, this is how they want us all to behave. Like slaves in caves, killing each other. Homicide for the sister, suicide for the brother. But the real black history is a history you can feel. Black history includes the making of the wheel. Black history begins agriculture, which begins Egyptian, Greek, and Roman culture. We were known for sculpture. Don't tell me about slaves or Slavs, Eastern Europeans looking for jobs. They were caught by the Vikings and worked for free, then sold to any buyer off the Caspian Sea. So don't tell me about slavery and try to diminish. Let's talk about Nanny Maroon beating the British. So slavery, slavery, that is not our culture. Slavery, slavery, erase what they taught ya. Slavery, slavery, that is not our culture. Slavery, slavery, erase what they taught ya. Listen, every time they talking about black history, we gotta start with some slaves living in black misery. This is not our history, but some of us don't know yet. They don't know about the Kushites, ain't heard about the Olmecs. Our true history has not even been told yet. This that knowledge of yourself you need to go get. Black history begins the whole human family. The black queen mother gave birth to all humanity. This the first God, this is where you come from. But now that you've been and educated, this is who you run from. Yo, the Irish were slaves, the English were slaves, the Russians, Hungarians, Armenians were slaves, the Greeks, the Italians, the Polish were slaves, Native America and India was enslaved. So how does slavery only apply to the African? This is what they want you to be, just bring it black again. Slavery, slavery.
You're black again.
Our culture, slavery, slavery. Erase what they taught ya. Slavery, slavery. That is not our culture. Slavery, slavery. Erase what they taught ya.
Yeah.
Peace, family. Peace, family. Welcome back to Sankofa 180 degrees, man. Listen, hey, that was pretty hot. KRS-One, man. Check him out, family. Hey, what's going on, man? How's everybody doing, man? I'm glad y'all can make it back, man. Really glad y'all can make it back. What's going on, man? Listen, man, we remind y'all next Sunday. We got to I tell you, man, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. You need to join. You know, you know, you really need to pay attention to this, man. Our Black History, man, they're trying to erase it, man. So I just want y'all to know that you know, it's just important for us to join this, man. You know, they're changing our history right before our face, man. And it's not a whole lot that we can do about it. You know, they're saying that slavery has, you know, it benefited to the slaves. And I'm just not sure, man, how they could even say something like that. You know, and we just gotta make sure that we know that our history didn't start with slavery. That's not where our history started. Family, we got a really rich history. You know, thousands and thousands of years before slavery. Okay, thousands and thousands of years. Okay, so I'm just telling you, man. Um, come and check us out. First Sunday every month. This Sunday is coming up. We having a book read. Um, and every other first Sunday every month, we're having a children's book read. We also have Friday open mic, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can come check us out. You know, open topic or whatever, you know, open mic, whatever you want to talk about. Then we got every Sunday, we got things like this, man, where we, you know, presenting some kind of history or some kind of historical data, you know what I'm saying, or something dealing with, you know, our history, family. Hey, so it's really important, man, that you go ahead and join us. Come on in, bring the babies, and we giving away free books. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is win, you know, put your name on the wheel, spin the wheel. If it lands on your name, and you get a free book, man. Don't cost you nothing. A free, good, you know, historical African book for children and adults. I mean, it's gonna show you. It's gonna show you. Okay. Hey, so but what's up to the panel, man? What's going on, man? Peace to you, Queen Carrie. How you doing?
Hello, welcome to Sankofa 180. I'm doing good. I'm trying to see why they haven't picked up Judy. Sorry, I was a little distracted, but glad you're all here, and I'm looking forward to this presentation. And I love the music, and thank you, Gerald, for giving us some good info. Thank you.
For sure, for sure.
All right.
That's right. And then peace to the brother, my brother E. Peace to you, E.
Peace to your family. Peace to the panel. Glad to be here. I've been in and out, taking care of business. Sure, overworking. But yeah, that's got to be done. So I'm glad to be in the presence of giants.
For sure, man. For sure. For sure. Peace to you too, King. And then to my brother Unc. What's going on, Unc? What's going on, King?
What's going on, baby boy? Yeah, I'm ready to get into it, man. I'm excited about today, man. I think it's pretty damn cool that that Black August ends on Sankofa Presentation Sunday day. So, big up to you, Gerald and Jamie, for always showing up and providing this stuff for us, and Carrie for showing up. And you already know what it is. I just we're making it too damn easy for Donald Trump to send troops over there to the black cities, man. Chicago just recorded 35 people being shot and 5 people being killed. And we just got to do better, family. That's all I'm saying, man. I say to the people that passed on, and to our people that are sick and shut in, healing from any ailments. We send divine healing and positive vibes to you. Peace.
That's right. That's right. And then last but not least, my brother Gerald. Peace to you, King.
Well, how y'all doing? Peace to the panel. And up, Karen,
Right there.
Jamie,
Going right now.
having me here. I said this last hours, black hours, that is, you know what I'm saying? And, and you know our history, which they don't want you to know. We always resisted oppression. We always fought back against injustice. We never lay down, even though they might try to use that word slave and think we was passive, or they show that imagery of us just, submission and wanting to be happy and a slave. Nah, it really wasn't like that, and it ain't like that now. And when people get it mixed up, they find out real quick, you know. No, that ain't, it never was really like that, you know. Y'all see some losses behind slavery. Don't think it was no cakewalk. That Turner let y'all know that, I say, you know.
I say.
Yeah, so this little video about 30 minutes is just dealing with the history of why these prisoners, because when you do fight back against the system, if you live, you go to prison. Yeah, they ain't just gonna let it happen. You either gonna die or they gonna put you in jail. But again, these prisons are people in the prison are raising up. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget about us. You know what I'm saying? We're fighting for the system. We ain't just criminals like you want us to believe. Many of us was fighting against oppression, fighting against injustice against us. And we're gonna let them tell that story. Starting with one dealing with Jonathan and George Jackson. If you never heard them names before, Jonathan and George Jackson. And with that, I want to turn the floor back over to you, Jamie. We can turn the video.
Now, let me give a shout out
Always.
to let me give a shout out to recognition to Rob Bourne and um, Each One Teach One at New Black Knowledge. Each One Teach One is a center for collaborative research, discussion, and presentation on all things Black culture and history. I just want to recognize them cats for providing these provisions for us, man. They put in that work for us to not be stymied by the ways of the world today. So, peace.
Already.
That's right. All right, family. Here we go.
On January 12, 1960, George Jackson was sentenced to 1 year to life for a $70 gas station robbery. He would serve 11 years, 7 months, with 7 of those years in solitary confinement. On August 21st, 1971, he was assassinated. In the intervening years, Jackson penned 2 centerpieces of revolutionary canonical texts, Soledad Brother and Blood in My Eye.
Well, I was incarcerated under a 1 to life, a term they called for 1 to life, where I could have done 1 year and been released. I've done 10. That's more time than anybody in this state has ever done on a 1 to life.
When the prison gates looking good. Thank you. Sounds good. Thank you. Can't stop, won't stop. Machine. Can't stop, won't stop. Machine. Listen up. African people took the stand. 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 In the struggle throughout the land. In the struggle throughout the land. African people had a plan. African people had a plan. Seize the time, take the land. Seize the time, take the land. Couldn't stop. Couldn't stop. Had to win. Had to win. Wouldn't stop. Wouldn't stop. Till the end. Till the end. Free again. Free again.
Okay, gentlemen, we're taking over. All right, everybody, stay together. Stay together. Eyes up front. Don't look at me. Eyes up front. Here we go. Keep it moving, people. Quicken the pace a little bit, huh? Let's go, people.
That's that shirt you got, right, Gerald?
You gotta watch it, okay? Yeah, I got it. No, you gotta be listening to me.
How many? I really don't know. Everything happened so fast.
Keep it together. There you go. There you go. You can take our pictures. We are the revolutionaries. Free the Soledad Brothers by 3 o'clock and nobody will get hurt.
We don't have the authority to negotiate that.
You cover the left and the rear, okay? You can get out of here now. Back them off!
Back off!
Back them off! You guys stay together. Don't look at me. Keep your fucking heads up front. God damn! Okay. Here you go. Open up the van. There you go. Don't look at me.
What's the shot?
50-50 at best.
Don't fire. Don't fire. Hold it. Hold it, boys. Do not fire. There's too many friendlies in there.
Okay, they're holding up. I think we made it.
Peace. Welcome to another new Black Knowledge presentation. I be the God Rob Born Moon to Allah. The title of this is called The Origin of the Black August Tradition. Peace. Peace. Towards the end of the video, which is a real occurrence, you heard the brother say, free the Soledad brothers by 3 o'clock and no one will get harmed. The Soledad brothers are to your left, which is George Jackson, John Clutchetti, and Fleeta Drumgo. It is important to start with this because this is a part of the foundation of the Black August tradition.
Pause it just for a second.
Newspaper clipping here.
How come they didn't mention Jonathan Jackson?
Jonathan Jackson is George Jackson's brother.
I know that, but they didn't mention him. They just mentioned those three right there.
Them brothers right there was in jail.
Okay. All right, bet.
Jonathan Jackson tried to free one of them out when he was in his fortnight. But Jonathan Jackson was never in jail.
Right.
Them was the Solidarity brothers, because they had killed a white Lord in jail. And the Lord had killed one of their comrades, so they killed the Lord.
Okay.
They were locked them in the Solidarity brothers. One of them was going to court. That when we just saw that video, that when Jonathan was went in on his court night. Yeah,
and
but he wasn't.
And they brought the judge. Is that the same day they brought the judge out?
Yeah, but the Solidarity brother was brothers who was already in prison.
Right.
Yeah, Jonathan was never in prison.
Okay, that's clear. That's clarified. Thank you.
It says prison guard is beaten to death. An unarmed guard was beaten to death Friday night at sprawling Soledad prison, where 3 prisoners were killed earlier this week. John V. Mills, 26, apparently was attacked by inmates in a housing wing of the prison and dead a short time later at the prison hospital from head injuries. The 3,000 inmates were locked in their cells on Secure, the prison, 100 miles south of San Francisco. Late Tuesday, another guard, O.G. Miller, shot and killed 3 prisoners to break up a fight among 16 maximum security inmates in a different part of the prison. Since then, several hundred black prisoners have gone on a hunger strike demanding a federal investigation of the incident. Monterey County District Attorney Burton N. Young Friday said it was probably justified homicide by a public officer in the performance of his duty. He said the investigation was continuing. A Soledad spokesman said that a guard in a corridor of the central maximum security part of the prison noticed Friday night that the wing officer was missing. He summoned help and went into the wing where they found Mills lying on the floor. A backdrop to this story is, as I said, there was a riot in the yard and 3 people were killed. One of the major figures was W.L. Nolan. He was one of George Jackson's teachers. The outcome of the case was that the officers were found not guilty and that they acted accordingly.
Nolan was a Black Panther, right? George Jackson was not a Panther, right? Nolan is the one who taught George Jackson. He revolutionized George Jackson.
Good.
That was his teacher. His teacher got killed. And then that one made George Jackson, They got their knickknack. That's all they was.
Okay.
Yeah. But Nolan was the original character. When George Jackson went into jail, he was a regular old news. He got revolutionized. And it was from Nolan. And when they killed Nolan, his comrade, that what made them kill another prison guard. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Big ups.
Mm-hmm.
Accordingly, in which the evidence shows that they did not. This was an international case. This case was being covered nationally, and people all around the world were watching this case. So, because of that action, that officer was thrown off of the tier, and there was a letter put on him saying 1 down, 3 to go. This starts, what you would say, the Soledad brothers case. So when they arrived, there were no inmates out the cell. There was no one out. And they picked these 3 individuals because these were the revolutionary leaders in the jail. What we're looking at now is one person who was a part of the Soledad Brothers Defense Committee. Her name is Faye Steiner. You can see that she is standing next to Huey P. Newton. She was once a part of his legal team. Ms. Steiner is known for editing George Jackson's first book called The Soledad Brothers and convincing a French intellectual by the name of Jean Garnet to write the foreword. Being that she did that, that book became an international seller and made the world privy to the conditions of black and brown people in the prison industrial complex. Some 9 years later, she was murdered by an alleged member of the Black Guerrilla family, and the reasons stated are for abandoning George Jackson's legal team, allegedly.
Hey, I know of quite a few brothers from the Black Gorilla family. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I know that a lot of them brothers is in LA. You know what I mean? I met a lot of those brothers though. They're some good brothers, and they're not a gang either.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But they got, you know what I'm saying? But they thick, they deep, and yeah, they ain't for no gangs either.
Now, they started out political. Uh, you know, um, they were revolutionaries. You know what I'm saying? So you had the Black Panther Party, and when them members started getting locked up in prison, and then they shut that down, you know, the Black Guerrilla family was born. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they mainly was revolutionary type. They wasn't fighting Yankees fighting or
No,
Yankees. They were revolutionaries.
that's right.
Now, what it might be now is some, you know what I'm saying? You know.
No, they ain't. They still revolutionary. They
Mm,
still revolutionary. I mean, you know, I last time I was kicking it with them was what was that like 2003, something like that,
yeah.
2003. But yeah, yeah. They some good brothers, man, and they like I said, they deep, man. They know
Mm,
they shit.
mm. And then they got a movie called Blood In and Blood Out. They kind of show a little bit about them. The old Mexican movie. And it showed how all that stuff happened up in the prison system.
Yeah, BGF, man. Look, but they know who they is.
Yeah.
They know them. A lot of people in over there, like Bloods, Crips, they all know who BGF is.
Yeah.
They know who they are. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Following the incident that you saw that happened in the courtroom with Comrade Jonathan Jackson, another political activist was implicated, and her name is Angela Davis. They placed her on the FBI most wanted list. The reason why they did that is because they said that the weapons that were recovered were registered in her name. So on October 13th, 1970, she was arrested in a New York City motel. She was extradited to California 2 months late and kept in a maximum security imprisonment at the Marion County Jail as pre-trial proceedings began to take shape. On June 4th, 1972, after just 13 hours of deliberation, an all-white jury found Angela Davis not guilty of murder, kidnapping, and criminal conspiracy charges. As we look at this picture here, we see that you have Angela Davis and Jonathan Jackson at a rally for the Soledad Brothers in 1970. Jonathan, the younger brother of Soledad brother George Jackson, had become a bodyguard for Davis in response to the barrage of death threats she received after her membership in the Communist Party was revealed by an undercover FBI agent. Fast forward in a year, we are now up to George Jackson. You can see his pictures at the right. On August 12th, 1971, George Jackson was fatally shot in the back by prison guards at San Quentin. There were 2 other inmates and 3 guards that were also killed. The days that followed in the adjustment center, inmates were beaten, shot, burned, and generally brutalized. There are several contradicting stories that were released to the press and the public. For more information on the chronology of the events that took place and the contradicting stories, you can click that link there. The traditional story goes as a lawyer came to see George Jackson and slid him a gun. Once they slid him the gun, he put it in his hair, which they say is a wig. Some stories say a cap. The officer saw it when they went to search him. The story goes he pulls the gun out and says the dragon is here and took over the AC, which is the adjustment center. During this melee, 3 officers were killed. Officer's throat was slit, and he tried to escape. And once he got outside, he was shot in the back. This lawyer went on the run for 13 years. He came back, and once he came back to the United States, he was found not guilty. So it is not clear on how George Jackson got the gun in the jail. The people who were charged with the incident with the guards being killed as well as the inmates were to be known as the San Quentin Six, or became to be known as the San Quentin Six. Their names are Fleeta Drumgo, David Johnson, Hugo Pennell, Johnny Larry Spain, Louis Talmadge, and Willie Tate. Out of all of these people, Hugo Pennell remained in prison, and he was killed in the yard in a Folsom jail in 2015.
Okay.
This pamphlet here was
Say.
written in 1975 by the San Quentin Six Self-Defense Committee. It's called the San Quentin Six Chronology of a Frame-Up. But inside of this pamphlet, you will see the San Quentin Six story. Here's some primary pictures of the San Quentin Six so you can get to know the people's characters. Former San Quentin Six defenders left to right, Bato Talmadge, David Johnson, and Willie Sandata Tate speak at a rally with Inez Garcia at the San Francisco Civic Center, November 1976. Garcia was charged with murder for killing one of the two men who sexually assaulted her in 1974. She spent 2 years in prison before her conviction was overturned on appeal. Hers was one of several mid-1970 incidents that brought together a large coalition of activists challenging the prison as a site of racial and sexual oppression. On the right, you will see the San Quentin 6 defendants, Pleader Drumbo, Hugo Pinnell, and David Johnson, as they protest by sitting on their way to court. We are now at the origin of the Black August tradition. The Black August tradition originated in California penal system to honor fallen freedom fighters Jonathan Jackson, George Jackson, William Christmas, James McClain, and Katara Golden, Ruchell McGee, and W.L. Nolan. Golden had helped initiate the holiday that later honored him. Several prisoners had discussed trying to launch something that would combine radical politics and spiritual sustenance, something more permanent, if less tangible than campaigns regarding individual cases that could keep the horrors of incarceration front and center on the outside. The development of the Black August is inseparable from the Black guerrilla family. With its direct connection to George Jackson, the BGF took up the mantle of the prison movement in the 1970s, and for many people, the BGF became synonymous with the prison movement helping inside. The source, Captive Nation by Dan Berger. George Jackson founded an organization called the Black Guerrilla Family. Upon his death, this brother here, Katara Golden, he is one of the leaders in that organization. When he was in prison, as the story goes, he was playing a sport in the yard, and he was pushed and hit his head. The officers, knowing who he was, took their time to give him medical attention, and the brother passed away. He is also a student of W.L. Nolan. Continuing with the origin of the Black August tradition, it says organized chose August to commemorate Jackson's heroism and death. In 1977 and 1978, the protests were held on or around August 21st, and the organization sponsoring the march called itself the August 21st Coalition. The coalition staged numerous large demonstrations at the gates of San Quentin. One should note that the prison movement or revolutionary movement that was started behind the walls was one of a kind, meaning that you have people who are already incarcerated starting a movement in jail behind enemy lines, and they are having an effect on the outside world. At one point in time in history, you had colleges like Berkeley, and activists used to look to these prisoners for guidance and the spirit of revolution. One way we can see this is by the writings in the newspapers that they wrote to correspond back and forth. This newspaper here is called the Arm the Spirit. The Arm the Spirit newspaper was edited largely by San Quentin prisoner Kalama Aswad and distributed by a coalition that included the Prairie Fire Organization Committee and the United Prisoners Union. The publication of Arm the Spirit was one of several ways in which print culture sustained prisoner organizing in the mid and late 1970s. Another people was called the Fuse magazine, and it was edited by James Yaka Salas, also known as Ataba Shana. The publication was produced by the New African Prisoners Organization in Illinois and was used to connect prison issues to the changing urban landscape of the 70s. There were other newspapers, the Black Panther, the Intercommunal paper, And you have individuals that were also writing to those papers, giving their ideas and guidance from behind enemy lines. Now that we have an outline of the origin of the Black August tradition coming from behind enemy lines, we can now look at how it has expanded in the culture. And some of these things are observed as a part of it. One is the arrival of Africans to Jamestown, Virginia in August 1619, the start of the Great Haitian Revolution in August 1791, Gabriel Processor's rebellion of August 30th, 1800, the rebellion of Nat Turner, August 21st, the call for a general strike by enslaved New Africans by Henry Highline Garnett on August 22nd, the initiation of the major network that conducted the Underground Railroad, August 2nd, 1850. The March of Washington on August 28th, 1963. The Watts Rebellion of 1965. The defense of the provisional government of the Republic of New Africa from an FBI assault in Mississippi on August 18th, 1971. And the bombing of Move family by Philadelphia police on August 8th, 1978. This is the state that we always been fighting since the time we was on the boat to the time that we came off the boat. The tradition of Black August was just uplifted and put forward to the people as new revolutionary acts that were happening at that specific time. The movement never stops. The fight never stops. The struggle continues.
Nat Turner, I say.
Black August Today and Observations. To the right, you will see a flyer called Black August Organizing Committee. There exist two official committees, Black August Commemoration Committee and Black August Organizing Committee. There are 4 days of observation for resistance. That is the 1st, the 7th, the 13th, and the 21st. Fasting for the entire 24 hour of those days of resistance from midnight to midnight is a requirement, and exercise is encouraged, as well as reading and community work. The exercises could be modified due to your work and your daily life.
Can you pause it just a second, Jamie? So I recognize that same symbol from the first song that we played, Still Black. I just wanted to put that out there.
Really?
So enough, huh, man?
Yeah.
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 On this page here, you're actually looking at books that were taken out of his cell after he was assassinated, meaning George Jackson. There are 100 books on the list. I will put the link in the description so that you'll be able to grab the PDF so you can look at these books. We like to call it the George Jackson Challenge during this month. I think you should read his books, Soledad Brothers and Blood in My Eye. Some of the books that's on this list is France Fanon, Black Skin, White Mask, Revolutionary Priest, and a ton of other books that are dealing with revolutionary thought, social behavior, and revolutionary theology. I'm going to read a page from the book that I feel fits this day and time from Blood in My Eye. How do we raise a new revolutionary consciousness against a system programmed against our old methods? Revolution is against the law. It will not be allowed, not in significant form. That makes the true revolutionary an outlaw and the black revolutionary a doomed man. As blacks, we must function as the vanguard in any hostilities. We must use a new approach, unite and revolutionize the black Central City commune, and slowly provide the people with the incentive to fight by allowing them to create programs that will meet all of their social, political, and economic needs. We must fill the vacuums left by the established order. We must push the settlers off our land when they won't cooperate with the new communal life of our system. We must learn from the people. We must learn from the workers, the discipline they are so highly skilled in. In return, we must teach them the benefits of our revolutionary ideals. We must move blacks to the forefront of a really productive assault on the outside enemy reactionary culture, not only on the production level, but in all significant areas of property relations. We must promote and support enforced rent strikes. Merchants must come over to our side or face the appropriation of their property for the commune. These are some words by George Jackson that I also feel that need to be noted. He states, settle your quarrels, come together and understand what your reality of your situation is. Understand that fascism is already here, that people are already dying who could be saved, that generations more will live poor, butchered, half lives if you fail to act. Do what must be done. Discover your humanity and love your revolution. George Jackson. I think these words are imperative and they fit this day and time. You should also note or also be very wary of the person who says that these people are street scholars. Be very wary of the person who tells you to turn away from the youth who are involved in street organizations. Be very wary of the person who is scared to talk to the youth and are on their bourgeoisie train and living their life in their capitalistic dream. Be very wary of these people. Understand, truth is the revealer in time. With that, I say peace, black power.
Big motherfucking ups, man.
Oh,
George Jackson, I say,
hey,
hey,
Hey man, see, there we go again, family. There we go again with some more history. You ain't even know that, did you? Hey, that's what's up, man. Hey, shout out to Rob Warren. Uh, hey man, good work, King. Uh, good presentation. A good choice, Gerald.
already.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
hey,
that was
Jamie,
tough.
Jamie, throw up when you get done talking, man. Throw up those two pictures that I sent you.
I sure will, King. Hold on, man.
When you get done, though, when everybody get done, and then
Yeah,
we can
yeah, I'm good.
discuss.
I'm good.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was good information. Just to learn about what, if you don't know, that's what we've been doing. I think I
well,
always have been fighting that struggling. And this is
hey,
honest.
Yeah,
what you said?
From,
Just what you want? The blood in my eye.
I want the blood in my eye first, and then George Jackson, that last quote.
Oh, you want the song first? Is that a
Song?
song? What is that? Blood
No,
in, blood out. Is that what you want first?
no. That's the movie that I sent you guys that Gerald was talking about.
Okay, so you just want the blood in my eye quote?
Yeah, let's do that one first, and then the second one with George Jackson's quote where he's sitting there writing.
Okay, all right. Hold on a minute. I got you.
Just want to go over that, man.
Yeah, no,
Especially since we
no
got a
worries, King.
revolutionary active right here with us and stuff, and then we deep in the game anyway, so we can.
Well, we are revolutionary, but
That's
we
what I'm
got
saying,
but
man.
we
That's what
gotta
I'm saying.
but we gotta but we do got an active uh uh
Black Panther member.
new Black Panther Party member. Okay, and not just an active, but a brother that has rank in his in his function, man.
Commander in
Hey,
chief, to be precise.
hey, y'all see this?
Yeah, can you blow it up a little bit?
All right, let me see.
Oh, I can do it my own self too, though.
Hold on,
I
let me
got
see.
it. I got it. I just want to read that again, man.
I don't know if I can.
I got it. I got it covered.
Joe.
I got
All
it.
right. Okay.
Yeah. So, how do we raise a new revolutionary consciousness against a system programmed against our old methods? Revolution is against the law. It is not, it will not be allowed, not in significant form. That's one hell of a statement, man. It reminds me of Memorandum 36, is it, Jamie? 36 or 46?
Uh, Memorandum 46, I think.
Yeah, where they said, basically, we cannot let the Africans hook up over in Africa, hook up with the black people here in the United States. Can't do it against the law. We'll shut it down by all means necessary.
Mm.
That makes the true revolutionary an outlaw, and the black revolutionary a doomed man.
Now that's deep right there because
Come on, man.
that's letting you know that he already know that what it is, man. You become a revolutionary, then the government is coming at your ass. They're coming
Mhm,
at you. They're coming at you. But that's
mhm,
not to scare you. That's just to let you know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? But see, now we're in 2025, 24, 25. You know what I mean? We're in 25, 26. Listen,
mhm,
man, ain't nobody, hey, man, we ain't buying that bullshit no more.
man.
We ain't buying that shit no more, man. Hey, see it, and I've seen online already where you got these these National Guard cats out here, and you got the new Black Panther Party right next to right there with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, okay. So you show a presence, we show a presence. What the fuck that mean?
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the black, in the black area. So yeah, they was at it, man. They was yeah, I seen it online. Yeah, they I mean they wasn't at it, but they was, they was there.
Yeah.
They was there. They wasn't at it or nothing. They didn't have no words. It's like, look, but yeah, it was just I thought that was what was needed is to show a presence. Like, okay, y'all want to show something? Let us show you something
Right.
about these goddamn streets. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and we show you niggas that the Second Amendment is real.
Mute your mic, E.
Yeah, the Second Amendment is the Second Amendment is a real thing, man. And that's what the Second Amendment is all about. It's all about when the government think he's getting when you think the government is getting too big for his britches, you can bring his ass back down.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. So, it ain't nothing wrong with showing a presence. Like, hey, y'all come, hey, y'all got run up on the streets with guns. Well, how about this? How about we all do it? How about we all do it so we all feel nice and safe, right? Everybody nice and safe now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see nothing wrong with that. Everybody, just go show a presence down to wherever they at. Everybody just show up with guns. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Two, 300,000 people show up with 100,000, 50,000 people show up with guns. You know what I mean? 20,000 people show up with guns. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they gonna they gonna it's gonna scare the shit. I don't give a fuck what kind of training your ass got.
Right.
I
Right.
don't give a fuck what kind of training you got. You gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. I thought that was real live though. I did see that though. I seen where the new Black Panther Party is showing up, man. And just
Yeah,
shout
not
out
only,
shout out to you, Gerald. Shout out to
yeah,
you, King.
yeah, big shout out, man, to the whole
Yeah.
squad.
And anytime your area is invaded by anybody, then you feel, or the people feel that something wrong, then you come out. That's automatic for you to come out. To show that this my city. You know what I'm saying? This
Right.
what I say. This what I live. You just listening. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So, yeah.
And,
We
and,
don't need you, the police. We got it.
and you
Yeah,
know they got, and you know, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's you know, they got a lot of, you know, uh groups around here
Hey, that's where I was
that
going. That's
that
that's where
that
I was going, Jamie. Same
that
shit that
is
you getting.
that is really, really, really deep. You know what I'm saying? And heavily, heavily, heavily armed. You know what I'm saying? That you know what I'm saying that need. I would think it'd be a good time to show up. I would think it'd be a good time to show up. Show up, man. You know what I'm saying? In your black cities, black towns. Show up, man. They show up, you show up. What's happening?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. What's happening?
It's happening, and it's gonna keep happening. So that's what's gonna cause eventually a problem. You know what I'm saying? When you got that somebody invade your city and you don't want them, eventually it's gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it was in LA. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. When the National Guards and all them people was, you know, it was always happening. LA always different. California period is always different. But, you know, you'll see. I think they going to Chicago next or something like that. DC is totally different. They don't got no really, they not represented in DC. You know
Well,
what I mean?
DC is a federal territory.
Yeah,
That's why they're able to do that there.
yeah. That's why I say that's different now. When they hit them other cities, you ought to see them governors, the mayors already protesting. Don't come to Chicago. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Don't bring
So,
your ass here
it's
with that
gonna be
shit.
different. Yeah, it's gonna be different.
You know, so yeah, so I'm just saying, but like you know, like you got those federal territories, you know, you got, you know, Puerto Rico, Guam, Virgin Islands, you know, those, you know, DC,
Yeah.
them is all you know, US federal US territory. So
Territories
they
are different. Yeah,
so they can bring the military out there.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and federalize them. But they're not supposed to be able to do that no in the Union States though.
No, unless they call for the governor or really the governor, not even the mayor. A governor got to call for it to come. And the governor already said, we don't want you in my state.
Right.
You know, the governor of Illinois and the mayor, you know. But, yeah, that's just, you don't stand up. Simple as that.
And, you know, they sit up here. They did. I think they the scare the scare tactic is well they've arrested 17 people and you know what I mean and all this kind of shit, you know, already, you know, today and yesterday they arrested 12 people, you know what I mean, that they just yeah, I bet you that they did. You probably got some cats for jaywalking, you probably got some cats for littering or something, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know, come on, man. But I get it though. Go ahead though, Unc, my bad.
No, no, I was just gonna, you covered what I was gonna share. You know, them, I was trying to look up the acronym for, I believe that the Hebrew Israelites, dressed
You
in
talking about
purple, right? Purple
you
and
talking about
black.
IUIC?
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, in following their teachings, man, but damn, they squatted up too, man. And my point is exactly what you were talking about. And, you know, people coming together, man. And I'm seeing more and more and abundantly that, you know, just a lot of people are waking up, man, you know, and responding at least, you know, the way that I did in the beginning. You know, I'd shoot a few lines out there and stuff like that and ship you the stuff to ship you the stuff, Jamie, to post because I wasn't ready yet. And yeah, now you know I'm ready, you know, so just take me out of the equation right now. Shit, you're gonna get it,
Right.
unhinged. But Um, and wait till I get my mental right, man, and then I can piece stuff together and do some um, 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 PowerPoints and stuff, and bring stuff together and bring these sources and stuff, right? I got some mental work to get back up on and stuff too, but wait till that shit happen. So my point is that people are standing up and whether texting, posting, talking about showing up, bringing it into their homes. The little kids is out there making noise, man, and they ain't just out there shooting people and doing crazy shit. A lot of people are standing up, and I wasn't able to say that not too long ago, but I've been doing a lot of research lately, so which I've always done. But uh, yeah, so hey, Carrie, you want to say anything on that? Probably
Yeah,
can't.
I learned a lot of this stuff I didn't know. So, and as horrible as it is, I feel better learning and knowing. Thank you, Gerald, for giving us this good presentation, and I love you. Thank you.
Oh,
I
no
wasn't I
problem.
wasn't referring to you complimenting Gerald. I was referring to you complimenting me.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm joking.
Ha ha ha.
Hey, I tell you what though, I learned. I didn't know that George Jackson started BGF though. I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he started BGF.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's wild right there, man.
Yeah.
E, you want to say anything on this so far? I'm gonna read a little bit more after you share.
No, go ahead. Keep going, brother. I
Okay.
had to step away for a minute, but keep going. I'm gonna definitely go back and watch the whole thing. But uh, I'm familiar with the Black Gorilla family, but no, I didn't. These brothers' names, I never knew who was behind it.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Like I said, I met him. I've met quite a few BGF, brothers, man. And I used to play chess with one of them all the time. Matter of fact, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Yeah,
That's what's up.
man.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we used to chop it up all the time, man. Yeah, good brothers, man. They take care of each other too, man. Yeah.
Yes.
So let me just start this off so you can how do we raise a new revolution? Oh, can you
My
put that
bad.
back?
Hold on. I
Oh, it's
got you.
all good. It's
No,
all
no.
good.
My bad, King. There you go. My bad.
Okay. Small this okay. How do we raise a new revolutionary consciousness against a system programmed against our old methods? Revolution is against the law. It will not be allowed, not in significant form. That makes the true revolutionary an outlaw, and the black revolutionary a doomed, hold on, a doomed man. As blacks, we must function as a vanguard in any hostilities. We must use a new approach, united, revolutionize the Black Central City commune. Fix that again, and slowly provide the people with the incentive to fight by allowing them to create programs that will meet all of their social, political, and economic needs. We must fill the vacuum left by the established order. We must push the settlers off of our land when they won't cooperate with new communal life of our system.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, man. So at this point in time, the way it's looking, the way things are going, Trump is cutting food stamps. He's cutting uh,
Healthcare.
health care. He's cutting a lot of things, right? He's doing a lot of things with those programs. So this is so when they say putting things in place, like uh with the new approach, right? Right? Better provide the people with incentives to fight by allowing them to create programs. So that's important. And that's another thing that you got to salute the new Black Panther Party, man. Is because they was the first one to implement a free lunch program, and I think it was breakfast too. Did y'all do breakfast too, Gerald?
Yeah, it was breakfast. It was lunch, it was breakfast.
Breakfast, yeah, the free breakfast program. So and um, I remember that. I mean, I know about that, man, and so like I said, those so we need those type of programs where now where you know the sister that's single mother, 3 kids, she she can't she can't get food stamps or help with her rent, after a certain amount of years, after 2 or 3 years, you know they they cutting you off. And so now what can we offer them? You know what I'm saying? Like what can be all what kind of programs can be put in place for them, right? Can kind of help them. I mean, and I'm not saying, and I'm not saying everybody, man, but there is people that does need that kind of help, man. Now, and we're always gonna have the ones that's gonna play the system, but I'm just saying for the ones that really need that help, really truly need that help, man. You know what I'm saying? That's and that's what and I think this brother is dead on when he wrote that, man. That's like that's 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 what's up right there, man. I like that. That's all. I just wanted to point that out, man. That's really important, man. When what he's explaining right there, you gotta put some kind of programs out there, man. You know what I mean? You know, gotta put those kind of programs out there, man. So we'll know that that way people will be more apt to come together. You know what I'm saying? To join together, to unite, as he's saying, and revolutionize. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah. You're able to, unite and revolutionize better when you know that, you know, like I said, BGF they looked out for their own, man. And that's how it's supposed to be. And this is what I'm talking about right here. This is what this brother talking about right here. Go ahead, though, King. I'm done.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask each of you a question afterwards. The question is, and I can give an answer for each of you, in my perspective. you know, um, how is this active in your life? So Gerald, he share his, what is he doing in the schools and how does it radiate through the schools and your presence uh, as you go about your teachings in the school? And then Jamie and Carrie and then myself. Well, let me read a little bit more. That question understood?
Well, you might have to repeat it again, but yeah.
Okay. All right. Um, we must fill the vacuums left by the established order. We must push the settlers off our land when they won't cooperate with the new communal life of our system. Okay. We must learn from people. We must learn from the workers, the disciplines they are so highly skilled in. In return, we must teach them the benefits of our revolutionary ideas. Thank you, Gerald. You really opened my eyes up to the difference of rolling solo and then being united. Jamie, you too, man, and you too, man. Carrie, she always promoted that shit though. We must move blacks to the forefront of a really productive assault on the outside enemy, revolutionary culture. Reactionary culture. Thank you, Jamie. Not only on the production level, but on all significant areas of propriety relations. property relations. I'm sorry. We must promote and support enforced rent strikes. We must promote and support forced rent strikes. Merchants overcome, must come over to our side or face the appropriation of their property for the commune. Sorry about that bad reading. I just think that's real significant, man. And so my question is, if you guys can explain what your presence represents when you're out there in the world, right? I talked to Gerald earlier this week, and to me, he was, enthusiastic and excited about my what I was wearing, and he shared how people should have no question about what you represent. And once again, that stood out to me. It wasn't new to me from that what he shared with me, but he shared it again. And so for me, I've always had a target on my back, business wise. Um, I remember going to jail for 3 days because they were wanting me to snitch on some of my the competition, and have some of their employees arrested, and they kept me in jail for 3 days. They couldn't go past 72 hours, and it caused a lot of chaos at my house, man. Carrie can remember that. She has a different view, I'm sure, but nevertheless, and it's just that shit, man. It's trying to organize and give people what they need. Mine was in a different aspect of what we're talking about now, but it was the same spirit. So, uh, and today, man, I feel a target on my back because the aura I represent, and then that radiates, and then definitely any kind of communication with me, and that it says up here, uh, it says up here, it will not be allowed, not in significant form. That makes the true revolutionary an outlaw, and the black revolutionary a doomed man. So. Uh, I feel that, man. I felt it all my adult life. But with what we're doing nowadays, standing up and what this represents, this presentation, and what we do here, man, and on Sankofa, and the way that I live my life is real statement, you know. So I just want to hear, your perspective of your own self on what you're doing, how it looks out in the field. Anybody can start.
I mean, I'm not really out in the field per se. Only thing that I'm doing is promoting first Sunday every month as far as the works, that I'm trying to that I'm working on. Um, yeah, I mean that's and try to radiate it through my kids. My two young ones. Try to radiate it through them too. You know, of course, my daughter, my oldest son as well. But um, that's it, man. I just, it's just to try to get our people to look more into to our history and don't let these people change it on us. That's my whole mission, man. Is just to keep our history, man. As honest as we can. And don't let them. I just don't want them to change it. I don't want my kids growing up trying to figure out if there even was a slavery, man. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's coming to. Eventually they're gonna lead it. That's what it's leading to. They're gonna try to make it at some point where they're gonna be trying to say that slavery never happened. So and then we're gonna have our kids or our kids sitting up there trying to figure out if there ever was a slavery. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want that to happen in my gender. But you know with my kids and their kids. I want them to know, you know what I mean? As we were taught, you know, You know, Columbus ain't discovered nothing. You know, as kids, we was taught this. You know, you ain't got no business standing for for no flag. You know what I'm saying? We know we was kids. You know, learn. You know, had to go by that. So you know, it's just about that. So that's all I'm doing, man. Is and and whatever conversations I can have online. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah, and my perspective of you is, I've seen some couple people came online here with us on Sankofa 180 degrees, that you influenced, that were influenced by you, to come on, and I know that you wear your your sweatshirts and gear and stuff like
Just
that,
shut up.
and it shows people, man, and I know that you talk to people, right? I know that you talk to people when it's available and stuff. You taught me you ain't gotta crack the egg open, man. But if they open up that egg, we're gonna talk about it, right? So it's more broad spectrum than what you express. Even though what you express is totally accurate. That's you. The big ups to you, man. Thank you for loving me, Jamie. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
for sure, man. For sure, man. Like, I mean, if I got it, I'm gonna try to, I'm trying to give it, give it away, man. I mean, it ain't no sense in having it if you can't share it, man.
Right.
You know, if you don't share it, man, it's like not having it, not having it at all. So I just feel like we owe it to the to everybody that's listening to to push, you know, uh, facts and uh the historical data. You know what I mean? And what is written, man? What is facts? You know what I mean? Um, just because you don't believe it, don't mean it's not real. I mean, so yeah, man. I mean, that's it, man. I'm not out there really, like you brothers is really out there, man.
But you totally available and you stay studied up and equipped and you provide. So I'm gonna put that in it. All right. Yeah, big
Yeah, I
up.
mean, if like you said, I mean, I don't bring nothing to nobody, man. It's only when it's brought to me is when I give them what I got. You know what I mean? But if they don't bring it up, I ain't gonna bring it up. I ain't gonna say nothing. You know what I
Right.
mean? But, you can. God bless me all day all you want to. You know what I mean? I'm not going. And God good. God is good, ain't he? I'm like, shit. I don't know what the fuck he is. I just keep it moving. You know what I mean? I don't never. I never answer that. You know what I mean? I just throw my hands up. Yeah, I guess if that's what you say. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I ain't. But yeah, that's it
Yeah.
though. King, go ahead.
What up? What up, E?
What up? What up? What up?
You get that question I threw out there?
Shoot it to me again.
So what is it looking like? So you're an educator, and I know I would think
Yeah,
that
I'm in that capacity.
yeah, yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
So I know that there's some restrictions, but what is it? What do you do to get that message out there? Or what does it look like through you? The history that we study, the history that all the books that you got, all that kind of stuff. What is your character? What is your character visual within those confines?
Well, I think I understand what you're saying. How often or when do I get a chance to teach or educate people on what I know? Is that what you're asking me?
Correct, correct.
Every day, 7 days a week, I run across people. I work 5 days a week, and on them off days, there's always somebody I have to talk to, have an opportunity to speak with. So that's an integral part of my life. It ain't nothing I have to assign myself to do, I think, because it's so within me anyway. And I think to most people to share information that they themselves have. So that's natural for most human beings. It's natural for me to share information. So and, with my field, I get a clean canvas on a regular. There's always, different views I get an opportunity to reach, talk to. So again, um, the work I do, my profession, I'm damn near 30 years into that one. So yeah. So it comes on. It's part of my work and on regular. From family members. What I have found though is kind of like Jamie was saying that yeah, I don't go out trying to convert or inspire. I'm not inspired. Inspire people about nature, about culture, and those things. But I don't direct somebody on what they should think. That's not my task. Not my interest. Because can't nobody direct me on what the fuck I should think. So I'm certainly don't try to push that on anybody else. Um, so I take influence about what touches my spirit, not by what somebody else doing. And that's how I reach other people, about how my spirit feels and talking to them. Yeah. But my interest is multi fucking facet. So, shit. As I continue to learn, I continue to show what I've learned to others. So it's an ongoing process. But yes, I get opportunities every day. Yes, sir.
Yeah, big ups, big ups, big ups. Gary,
Yeah.
Carrie gone.
Yeah, Carrie gone.
Okay. Yeah, so I know Carrie supports me 1,000, and plus she passes that information on to her family members and to her grandchildren. So um, that's really impressive. What up, Gerald?
No. A lot. I knew when I knew.
Talk about whatever you want to, you multifaceted too, so just like all of us, but you know, you know,
Me and my connection in the family living with revolutionary and black army and what you read about George Jackson. That's pretty new to me. You know what I'm saying? I got revolutionized when I was in the military. That was about 91. But that was behind this, me realizing what I had gotten into and what the times were. That was around the Malcolm X movement. It was from Rodney King. So I'm around 21 and I'm realizing I'm a young black man, the music I'm listening to and all that made me realize I'm black in the militant. Look, I'm in that military, I'm ass backwards, on that level, and being a revolutionary, I'm just.
but you was just waking up to it, right? You was just awakening
Yeah,
to it.
I'm militant against white people. White against black kind of whatnot. You know what I'm saying? All that slightly and what had happened with Yusef Hawking and Brooklyn, it was in a whole bunch of all that coming out. You know what I'm saying? I get out the military and I go spiritual. I don't know militant or them. I really go spiritual. You know what I'm saying? So I go spiritual for most of my life. From my 20s all the way until well, then I'm in my experience in my 20s, something like that. But in my 40s, that's when I got into the social thing. That's when knowledge of self, understanding the find the mission of the self, and I'm like, I don't do none of that shit. You know what I mean? The hell with with the unity and all that now. I'm about anybody ain't about this here spirituality, then fuck them. You know what I mean? That's what it was. They gonna wake up one day, they ain't gonna read it this time, but I ain't worried about them people. You know what I'm saying? Them the land. Let the land burn the land. So when got
Did,
into
did, did
that,
you did you just say let the dead bury the dead?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They the walking dead. Let them worry with each other. You know. So once I internalize, know thyself, and understand I need to work on the other parts of myself. That social part was the one that I decided to I wanted to do. I needed to do. I wanted to help the people. So now when I remember, I asked my friend, I said, hey, do y'all mind if I kind of take away, I want to go deal with the people? And they were like, no,
What did you ask him
no.
for? What did you ask him for again?
I asked permission to make away from my know thyself group.
Right. 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 Okay.
Yeah, I was part of a know thyself group that I created. You know, I don't never know I was showing down a t-shirt. But yeah, I was a part of that when I was able to read the book.
Yeah.
That's all we did was read books over and over and over and over again. We was internalizing knowledge. So I said, I was the leader. So I said, do y'all give me permission to go do something else? And they said, yeah. And that's when I went into the social part of dealing with the people. And I joined the New Black Panther Party. And that was in 2015. You know, that was 10 years ago. You know, I was 45. I was late about age. So that's when I became a revolutionary. Um, so my nickname was revolutionary, putting on that uniform. Getting suited and loaded was the main thing that I needed. Hold on one second. God damn it.
Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean,
Jamie, you make sure that this platform is open every Sunday, man, every Friday, man. You know, that's putting in real work. That's good. That's making shit available. And I mean, you got family that you do in-depth work with, man. You know, give in-depth attention to, and provide, proper provisions for, and so, I'm just saying, that's not minimal stuff. You know what I mean? That's not shit to be minimized.
yeah,
That's
my
That's
commitment.
right.
son.
That's
That's
commit. That's
commitment. Yeah,
commitment, and
brother.
that's commitment right there. You know what I mean?
That's commitment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I appreciate
Sure.
y'all, man. You know, my
That's
son,
it. That's
my
you
son.
in the fight.
What you say?
I said you in the fight, brother. You in the fight. It shows.
Yeah,
You in it. Yes, sir.
and my son
You in the
brought this.
fight for liberation. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
I apologize for that.
Are you
Yeah,
good?
but
Uh-oh.
when I came into the organization and got truly and moved, I was representing for the people right there and there. That was one of the most specific things that I did.
Mute, mute your mic, E.
This Sunday.
Mute your mic, E.
My fault. My fault.
It's all good.
Yeah, it was the one of the most fulfilling things I did in my life. But I didn't come into it like suicidal. I'm not a revolutionary and I think somebody's gonna kill me. That ain't gonna happen. You know. My parents say freedom or death. You with me?
Right.
But I always tell my comrades how I look at it. My freedom of death parents is not me dying. If you try to take my freedom, it's gonna be your death, not my death. I don't look at it that way. Like, they're gonna do something to me. Now, I might be delusional. But now I'm doing the motherfucking right thing. I got the ancestor with me, the trainer with me. I'm only gonna stand on the right thing. I'm not gonna stand on no bullshit. So, even though it's a bunch of stuff that's out there dealing with revolution, you ain't gonna never see me unless I think I'm in the win on it. Period.
Right.
Yeah. There's a lot of shit that our people get into that you would think, yeah, I'm like, no, that motherfucker was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting into that. You know what I'm saying? Now, anything our people that are fresh, you know what I'm saying, some injustice, hell yeah. I'm not in. I'm going right to the front. My little old man ass will be right in the front. Ain't in a motherfucking thing. Cause I know where I stand. I know where I stand on my truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me being myself. But you know, when you say the
And
black
you know,
man was doing it and it's almost a death, yeah, they got movements like revolutionary suicide. Now I don't look at it. It's not suicide to me. We gonna win. I'm gonna win. We ain't ain't no suicide. So I'm winning.
so
Yeah.
you also talked about how important it is to know the laws when you're organizing and putting boots on the ground, getting suited and booted, right?
To me, a revolutionary is not a reactionary. It's not a reactionary is somebody who's just mad and want to go do something. That's not a thinker. You might hurt some motherfuckers and get some get back, but your ass is a lie or you going to jail. You with me?
Right.
A revolutionary is really doing this stuff, and if they're operating on the street, and they operating within the law, he just ain't let nobody do no bullshit on him. You know what I'm
Say
saying?
that part again. You're
He
operating in the
operating within the law, but he not letting nobody do no bullshit on him. So when the region of happened, Roy stood up and was arguing that was hot. People were like, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? They never seen it, but yeah, you can. You know what I'm saying? You might get your ass beat, but you gonna win a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? You gonna win. They can't do that. You gotta let them know that they cannot operate outside the motherfucking law. And if they knew it's gonna be fucking with them. But you gotta stand up and let the people see that. When the people see it, then they'll start, fuck you, kid. You know, nobody was having no problem here or saying fuck you. They want to, you know, the fact that we're doing it and then saying, no, I have a right to use my mouth. Yeah, you at work. You might say something to me, but I have a right to say, fuck you, kid.
Mhm.
And you can't do a motherfucking thing. Like right now, Trump got this shit out of my murder flag. I'm gonna make sure I just know one of my ones. I'm not mine or a motherfucking American flag to murder. But if I can get my hands on one, I'm murdering one live on this motherfucker. And let him know that that's a bullshit. You can't walk with nobody for murder no motherfucking flag.
He sure did, man. Hey, yeah, you
Yeah, but
going?
I didn't know one of my ones. But I might ask somebody to send me one. And might do them. Everybody who want to murder one, then I'll murder one together. To let them motherfucker know you a motherfucking lie. I can murder the flag my motherfucking want to. That's my First Amendment. It's protected.
Right.
Yeah. Ain't no harm to no jail for no year. Ain't no motherfucking nothing. We ain't no motherfucking lie.
My
And
man
we ain't
turned
no motherfucker.
that's my
Yeah.
boy right there.
When you doing all this bullshit, you make a motherfucker want to learn the flag. Yeah. Then try to steal motherfucker's hand, then you gonna go to jail. Send me a motherfucking flag, and I promise you I'm gonna learn it. Lie. Oh motherfucker. Lie. And they ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing to me.
You know,
In
man,
the ear,
that's right.
in the ear of all the motherfucking ass up. Yeah. I stand on that.
That's really profound with you, you know, being, you know, ex-military and then, coming into this knowledge and this activity and voicing your just expressing yourself, you know. So Yeah.
Man, knowledge and truth should make me be patriotic. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah. Just because I'm in the military, you better not say nothing against America. You say what the fuck you want out of America. Just because I serve, I wouldn't give a goddamn. You know what I'm saying? No, 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 no. The truth is my definition of the truth. And if I'm blinded by the American flag and I'm so patriotic, and no way, no how. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And I can think like this more because I have heard with this motherfucker. So fuck them. Fuck them.
Truth. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Truth. The truth should make you.
I'm the one behind me, Africa. I'm the one in Africa. I'm an African in America. And I know that. I'm not no motherfucking American. I'm
Right. Right.
African. I didn't live in America. Come on now.
Right. You
Yeah.
said
And
truth. The
even
truth
though I
should make you
heard,
patriotic.
and even though I heard it now, they done did so much to my people, this country have did so much to my people. I went only for a job. I didn't go in the military because I loved or wanted to fight for no America or Northern America. I needed a motherfucking job. I was running from going to jail.
Right.
The same goddamn Hitler. Yeah. Yeah, it's when you I can get, I'm running from being killed on the street, but it took me where I can get killed wearing a motherfucking uniform. Yeah, because I was in the motherfucking war.
Right.
Yeah. I got medals for being in the goddamn war. I was good at it. God damn it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Salute.
Yeah, but that's why I wanted to put in that same time for my people. I gave 5 years in the military. I done gave 10 years to the New Black Panther Party. Double that shit. Yeah,
Remember that shit.
yeah, I had to make sure. And I done gave 5 to the goddamn military. I got to double it for my goddamn people. Yeah.
Right. It's that passion
I,
right there.
it's a
Say,
lot, you know, flooding over
say
here.
that last part again. You faded away.
And I'm flooding over here, and I need to go get somebody.
Okay. Go ahead and handle yours, man.
Yeah, man, I know it now.
It's all
Oh, you
right, man.
good,
You got to
King?
handle that business, man.
For sure.
Yeah, already.
All
All
right,
right,
one.
peace.
Yeah, I can throw this
For sure.
motherfucker around another way.
What'd you say?
I can throw me while I'm on the way.
Yeah. Priorities, man. Take care of them priorities.
Hey, but yeah, family, listen, man. Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
but I
hey,
need to go, man. I'm
hey,
good.
E, hey, E, mute your mic.
Hey, and Jamie, you was talking about something that your son said.
Oh no, he had brought some homework home, man, and it was talking about Mesopotamia. So I gotta go in here and I gotta go in here and read this shit real quick, man. See what this shit talking about.
Them boys
Yeah,
gonna go back loaded.
yeah, I'm finna go read this shit real quick, man. See what they talking about. But that's what I'm talking about, family. We gotta watch. We gotta watch the homework, man. We gotta watch the homework. We gotta watch what they teaching them. You gotta watch what they teaching them, man. All right. And I'm gonna tell y'all, and I tell y'all again and again and again. Them people in Mesopotamia, I don't know who them people are, and we don't know who them people were. All right. You know what I mean? Now, I'm telling you, there was some different people. All right. They had different. Yeah, they had some a lot of things were different. Some things were the same. But anyway, I'm just gonna
What,
say,
what
uh,
was different? What was different? Give me two things that was different from your
well, some of their
perspective.
diets was different. Some of their diets was different. Um, you know what I mean, between Mesopotamia and Kemet.
Damn
Yeah. So they had not all, but some of the things that in their diet was different. Um, of course, they had a different writing, whole different writing system. it was completely different. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, so of course they had a different language. So that's why I said, man, that so there's different people, man. So anyway, I'm just saying, we just gotta you know, we just gotta we gotta participate, man. First Sunday every month, family. Come on in, man. That's all I'm telling y'all, man. That's all I'm telling y'all. You know what I'm saying? My son, like I said, they teaching they putting something in there. You just gotta watch what they putting in there, man. You gotta watch what they teaching them. You gotta read it. You gotta vet it because this is where the change comes in at. This is where the change comes in at. This is where they start changing the little histories and the little things that happen, and then they start changing the little dates, and you'll see, man, how this stuff works, man. They real slick with it. You know what I mean? Um,
That's why it's really important to study up, man, because if you don't know, you ain't gonna see it, man.
yeah, you gotta know it, man. I mean, you gotta know it. If you don't know what you're looking at, then you're gonna be like, wow, I didn't know that. But nah, man, some of the stuff they're putting out there, man, they're pass by Kemet and go straight to Mesopotamia or straight to Babylon or straight to Hammurabi. I remember some stuff about Hammurabi. You know what I'm saying? So they'll talk about that kind of stuff, Mesopotamia, but they don't really get into Kemet. And that kind of makes me wonder why. You know what I mean? Why they don't ever get into Kemet? Because Kemet is going to take your ass somewhere that it's going to take it'll crush all what is taught, what has been taught, and what's being taught. If you was to study Kemet up to the present day, yeah, man, you ruin the game. You ruin the game. But anyway, man, yeah,
Let me,
that
let
that
me
was
just
it.
let me just say this before you get off. Eric, what you got to say about what Jamie just said? Did you hear anything Jamie just said?
Oh, yes, I totally agree. I heard everything you said about understanding our studies and going to Kemet. I want to say about the piggyback off of you, Jamie, what you were saying. Not only do they limit what they teach about Kemet, but when you check about Mesopotamia, they information is limited. Trying to tell their own story. They got a whole lot of stuff. I mean,
Yeah, they
to the
don't.
extent that we could say we could study Kemet for some years. They don't have that kind of information, man, coming out of Mesopotamia, bro.
No, they don't.
Just
Not
dealing
at
with
all,
anybody
man.
else other than some Africans. No, no, man. No,
But like I
no.
said, he got a paper from, I think it was a social studies class where it was talking about Mesopotamia, and it gave the date and all that kind of stuff. So I'm getting ready to go in here
Mhm.
and get my read on real quick, see what this is about, man, and make a couple
I'll
of
be interested
comments,
to know.
and,
Yes,
a couple of things, let them know, man, what predates this. We got places that predates
yes, sir.
this. Okay,
Yes,
we
sir.
got we got places that predates
Damn
this.
right.
We got a couple of places that predates this.
Hmm.
We got Kemet and we got Naphtaliah. We got, what I'm saying, we got
Oh yeah.
you know
Hmm.
Naphtaliah. We got the Sudan. We got quite a few places that predates Mesopotamia, man.
Posh. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
so
Boom.
Hell, the
so
Great Lakes region. Period.
right, right. So come on, man, y'all. So I'm just trying to. I want to see what they getting at on here. Why would you start there instead of like further back? Why would you start just at Mesopotamia, like right after Kemet?
Because
Why would you?
they
Why
had to
would you
put
mention Kemet?
themselves on the map. Mm-mm.
Right? Why
Mm-mm.
would
Because
you?
it overshadowed the shit they talking.
Yeah, man. Nah, yeah. So, uh, yeah. So I gotta go. I gotta go just see what this is about, man.
Okay.
That should be,
Yeah, well, I got
that
to just
should
run it doing myself.
that should be bugging me, man. Like I said, family, you definitely gotta watch what they're sending home and what they're teaching your babies, especially when it comes down to our history.
Let me see
Mesopotamia.
if Gerald want to say something about that just real quick, Jamie.
Go ahead.
Right, he probably cleaning up, but you want to say anything about what Jamie was saying, Gerald, or you want to stay iced out? I can't hear you.
Or what he's saying right now, like healing and healing and whatnot?
Yeah, about people, the teachers bringing Mesopotamia in instead of going further back in.
You never got to understand what that curriculum is. They might bring it in after Mesopotamia.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they want you to think that Mesopotamia is older.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
They're not going to omit it. When I'm here, I'm thinking they're going to bring it in afterwards.
Oh, I'm gonna see, because I want to see what they do. Yeah, and
Hey,
I'm definitely gonna correct that.
hey, whether they bring it in or not, them kids gonna bring it.
Yeah, yeah, So we're gonna see, man. I mean, and here's the thing, man. I don't want them to fail. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I don't want them to fail. So I don't want them to argue with the teacher.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't want them to argue with the teacher. Now you can bring up your difference. Tell them what your difference is, but I don't want you to go on and on and on about it.
Right.
You just bring up what you think is wrong or what's right, and then you just that's it, man. Because to debate your teacher about it, that'd be the teacher will get offended, man.
Yeah. I
You know what I
experienced
mean?
that as a kid, man. I
Yeah, the teacher
experienced
will
that
get
as a kid.
offended, and then you'll be in trouble, man. And then you'll be calling disrupted the class type shit instead of just just expressing what you think is wrong, and then leave that shit alone, man. And then I could bring it to her.
Right.
I can bring it to her, but you can't.
Yeah. You know what? You can get suspended, but not them.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't, so I definitely want them to. I don't want to. I mean, like I said, you know,
Now
They
what
can't give
they
you the ticket.
always call Israel curriculum.
huh?
You remember?
He said that's what they call an extracurricular.
Yeah. Like, you don't get what you get from the school, but you always got to have some kind of extra curriculum for your own. That's not nobody's fault, but yours, then you don't have it for your own. You with me?
Yeah, studying outside of what's provided for you.
That's not their fault. That's our fault if we don't know it. Never join hip, nothing hand. Whatever is missing, you gotta know it for your own self. We know that's missing. It ain't just going in missing now, it's always been missing. You with me?
Right.
We just realizing it's missing. But it's always been missing. It's not new.
That's right. That's right. Don't
You
get
with
mad
me?
at them.
It's just, we went through it, and our parents never did nothing for us. You with me?
Right.
Jamie is trying to do something for his children, because he see it that way.
Right.
That make sense? I
Right.
never knew about that stuff. When I knew about it, when I was in the military. Remember I said that? When the mother knew was messing with me. That's when I knew. I didn't know shit about black.
Get your
But I
mic,
had
E.
went to, school
My fault.
when it just wasn't put in my face. I didn't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know I was supposed to know about it. That's why Jamie got the advantage over his children now. He know they supposed to know this. But it's not you get mad at the school, you just teach it to your children.
Right.
That's what Naeem Atmo was saying. You just gotta have supplemental education. When you do it on the weekend or every night after school, however you want to do it, when you gotta have the supplemental, period.
Right.
And they ain't gonna never have it.
Right.
You know, I just
We,
need them to know how to
we,
do math.
we try to do something every, every Sunday, first Sunday of the month. That's part of supplemental.
Right.
Yeah. But, you see what's going on the weekly basis with your children. And you trying to, deal with it right then and there. So you got a whole different thing, it. Yeah.
You got that advantage. Hey, Jamie, let's close out with that last reading, unless you want to say something first or something.
No. Where we at?
With John Jackson, George Jackson, reading. He looks like he's reading right there, and it's that last quote he made. That not his last quote, but a quote from his book, I believe. We'll get you up out of here, man, and Gerald up out of here, and E home to rest and parlay with wifey at the crib, comforts of his own zone. Man, I really appreciate you brothers, man. You nurtures, man, really nurture me, man. I'm really thankful.
There ain't no question, man. What it's supposed to be. All right, let me see. You said
I shot the line, each one, teach one, all that,
Exactly.
that's how it's supposed to be, man. Hold on, let's put it up, man, right now. Let me see. You said where it's sitting there. I don't see it where it's sitting there.
Hold on a second. Hold up a second. I'm sending it to you right now. All right, there we go.
Okay, there you go.
All right. So this is George Jackson's settle your quarrels, come together, understand that the reality of our situation, understand that the reality of our situation, understand that fascism is already here, that people are already dying who could be saved. That generation will live more poor, butchered half lives if you fail to act. Do what must be done. Discover your humanity and your love in revolution. George Jackson.
And that's deep too, man. Settle your quarrels, come together, understand the reality of our situation. That's important. Right. We got to understand the reality of our situation right now.
But we got to get into the Afro-centered mindset, to understand that reality. Right.
Well, yeah, like I said, man, there you go. I always say this. People that's Christians can say the same thing.
Right.
It's just so it has to be a distinction. It has to be a certain, what I mean? You can't revolutionize to me and be religious too. I don't see how you can do it.
That's my point. That's my point of
because you got rules, you got laws, you got scripture, you got scripts.
Right.
You got a lot of stuff that's preventing you from doing the thing that it may take in a revolution. You might get my head knocked off because it ain't right. It ain't right in God's eye. Type stuff. You feel me? So I'm just, I mean, that's just a a little example, but I'm just saying we have, set of your quarrels come together. That's understand the reality of our situation, man. Like everybody can understand, should be able to understand our situation, man. They understand where we are in the world, where we stand in the world. They understand, or here in America, they understand that now today, that now a lot of these programs is being cut. You don't have a lot of these programs to help people that need it no more. Single mothers again, single fathers, what I'm saying, that's struggling to pay rent, what I'm saying, with a job that's only paying you $15 an hour. What I'm saying, $20 an hour. You're not gonna be able to make it without help, man. You just can't, man. You ain't gonna make it, man. Not nowhere that man. You're not, that's not gonna cut it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, that's real important, man. That's to understand our situation, man. Our situation is dire, man, and it's getting worse and worse. It's getting worse and worse, and at the same time, it's snatching your damn history away from you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's almost like, hey, either you gonna conform or you gonna die. We snatching your history from you. Goddamn it, you might be homeless in the next 6-7 months or 2 years. You might be homeless because you know what I'm saying. Your job ain't gonna, when they cut you off of welfare, they cut you off of food stamps, they cut you off the programs, the HUD program, and you only making $20 an hour. You got 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna make that? How you gonna make that work, man? How you gonna make that work? What you gonna do? Something gonna have to give.
Right.
Something gonna have to go, man. Because you ain't gonna be able to pay no $1,500, $1,200, $1,500 a month for rent, and think you're gonna be able to eat and drive too.
Right.
Something gonna have to give. For $20 an hour, King. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even talking about the other necessities, I'm talking about shoes, clothes, what I'm saying, gas, insurance, what I mean, light bill, what I mean, so I'm just saying we in a situation where it shouldn't be hard for people to see our situation. So I like that, man. Go ahead, man.
No. That's it. You want to close out?
You there?
So I just want to remind people, next week.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, there you go. E. You want to close out, man?
Oh, well, man, again, it's always been a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Rapping with the brothers and building. That's what we're doing. We're building. So it's always a pleasure with that. And I like to keep it going. My weeks are much more stable now. So I'll be my attendance will be much better, but let y'all let me get in where I fit in when I can. Yep. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get on out here myself, fellas. And go get some stuff for my wife and myself.
For sure. We appreciate you, King.
Yeah, appreciate both of y'all. Sure too, man. Hey, did you enjoy your wife's? Y'all enjoy her birthday yesterday? Solar return.
For sure, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they went and ate some gator, man.
All right. Yeah, so I said, how'd you and your wife enjoy yourself?
Yeah, we went and had some gator tail.
Gator tail. That's what's up. That's what's up. You got a lot of gator down to eat, I know. Yeah, that's for sure.
Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly.
You got a lot of gator down there, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
all
I
right,
just
so let me
want
get
to.
going, man. So I'm getting rolling.
All right,
All right,
man. I
King.
love you, dude.
All right, love, family.
All right,
Peace.
man. Hey, all right. Hey,
All right.
we got it here, man. Thanks for joining. Don't forget, first Sunday every month. Next Sunday, matter of fact, children's book read is going down. Check us out. Come and bring the kids. Come and check out some of this Black African history. We're gonna give it to you for free. Don't cost you nothing. Win a free book. Come and get it, man. Check us every Friday night, 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Open mic. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. And every Sunday we do something like this. 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come and join us. Like, subscribe, share. Give us a comment. Tell us what you think. What you got,
Yeah, I'm there. You said it all, man. You know, a lot of people do a lot of texting, man, and but this is an opportunity. Technology is up, man. So we can do face to face, man, and we can have a good conversation, man. You don't have to agree. You can just use etiquette, and I'm learning myself, man, and I'm practicing. To be able to have more etiquette with things that I disagree with. Well, we can do all that, and so come on over to Sankofa, man. A lot of people do that texting, man, and just text, 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 text. Just come on and share something, man. Share a little more lengthy, and text has very little academia in it, so and no emotion and feeling, so and very little clarity, to minimize the opportunity to ask questions and stuff. So we get to see each other, man, face to face and stuff, and that brings out more compassion and more interest in each one teach one. So you're welcome over here on Sankofa 180 degrees. Peace.
That's right. And shout out again to Rob Bourne, man.
Yeah,
Good
Rob
work,
Bourne,
King.
man, and each one teach one, man.
Yep, good work, King.
Yeah.
All right, family, we out of here. And we'll see y'all next week.
Sweet. Children's book read. Bring your family.